Welcome to OROWindMap. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can utilize OROWindMap as part of a public comment process for Oregon's offshore wind planning process. In this case, I've already turned on 3 different data layers. These are NOAA-charted submarine cables, electric power substations, and groundfish VMS, or vessel monitoring systems data from 2010 to 2017. I've chosen these layers at random, but likely the layers that you would have activated in order to submit a public comment would be layers that are meaningful to you and your uses of the coastal and offshore zone. If you're not familiar with how to find and activate layers in the OROWindMap tool, I recommend that you check out our previous video related to exploring data layers. I'd also like to add a drawing somewhere on this map in order to indicate an area that hypothetically I would prefer that they do not do any offshore wind development. So I'm going to go to this tab that says My Planner. As a reminder, in order to utilize the My Planner function of OROWindMap, you do need to have a login and be actively logged into the site. If this is something that you don't know how to do, I recommend that you check out a different one of our previous videos that talks about how to create a login and utilize My Planner. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and select New Drawing and draw a shape. I'm just going to choose a random area. I click once in order to start my shape and for each vertex, and then I'm going to click twice in order to complete it. Over on my navigation panel, I'm going to choose Next, and I'm going to give it a name. In this case, I'm just going to call it Marissa's Recreation Spot. And you can choose to add a description of this area. I'm going to skip that for now, but you might like to explain how it is to utilize that area. And I'm going to choose Save. It's going to zoom into that shape. I'm actually going to zoom back out a little bit to make it a better view. And you can see now under my list of drawings that Marissa's Recreation Spot is listed, and it has a check mark, which is showing me that it's currently active. Now this step is really important. If I want that drawing to be included in any link that I share to this map during the public comment process, I need to do an additional step. I'm going to go to this icon that looks like a gear, and I'm going to select Share. Here I'll see a list of the groups that I'm a part of. However, this last one at the bottom, Share with Public, is not in fact a group. It's an option that I need to select and choose Share. And this isn't going to publish my drawing anywhere on the internet. What it's going to do is if I go ahead and I share a link to this map that I created, it won't just show the data layers, which are already public. It will include my drawing, which has come from my private account. So again, that's a very important step if you want to make sure that BOEM or whomever is processing your public comment can actually see any drawings or areas that you've highlighted yourself on a map. Now, if I want to share this electronically, what I'm going to go ahead and do is go to this Share This Map icon. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy this URL. Now I can paste that into a written public comment that I'm making, whether I'm planning to submit it electronically or via the US Postal Service. You can find more details about the public comment process from BOEM's particular announcement, but in general, there are 2 different ways that you could submit a public comment. Those are via the federal e-rulemaking portal, which is regulations.gov, and via the US Postal Service. Thanks, and don't hesitate to reach out to the OROWindMap team if you have any questions.